Hey guys, and welcome to the Appitizer. I am your host, Adrian, Kid Guru. I'm glad to join you guys today for the first episode of the Appitizer, so I want to welcome you guys to the show. So what is this show about, you may be wondering? I decided to condense all my app reviews, application reviews that is, for iOS and stuff like that, all into this one podcast. Now this is going to be a video podcast. I'm going to try and get an audio version out if we can do that. Basically, each day going to bring to you a number of reviews from my devices here, and I'm going to be bringing you reviews from my iPhone 4 here. This is my iPhone 4. We're going to be doing jailbroken, and we're going to be doing a jailbroken segment along with main app reviews. So we'll do different applications, whether it's gaming or photo apps or GPS applications, whatever it may be for the week. We're also going to include an iPad segment, so maybe we'll have two iPhone reviews in the episode, and we'll have two iPad reviews also in the episode. So along with that, will just be a mix of stuff, mainly all app focused. So every week we'll have a couple apps for you. In this is episode 1. I want to welcome you guys to the show. Your feedback is, we hope to get your feedback. Anyways, you can email us either at digitaldojos@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment in the YouTube video below, because we'll be uploading that to YouTube. If you want to subscribe via iTunes, we'll be also making a feed for that. So just check out the video description below. This will be a weekly podcast, and we'll be doing a balance of iPhone and iPad, along with, for you jailbreakers out there, we're going to have a jailbreaking segment, or we're going to try and have a jailbreaking segment starting next episode. This is just kind of a first run and seeing how things go. With that, guys, hope you enjoy the show, and we'll see you. We're going to go ahead. Today's app reviews we're going to go through Instagram, we're going to go through MegaJump, we're going to go back to the iPad and look at what do I have for you guys in the iPad lineup here. Let me check, sorry. We have GarageBand, the new GarageBand, and the Sketchbook Pro. So, we also want to get your feedback on terms of what apps you want to see reviewed. If you want me to check out an app, whether it's free or paid, let me know. And I'm not going to obviously try and get everyone, because it'd be a lot of money. But if you can just, the highest voted apps, we're going to try and take a look at, so that way we can get a hold of those and maybe contact some developers. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and or thanks for listening to the intro, and let's get on to the reviews. Alright, hey guys, so the first app review for the show, we're going to be taking a look at a popular photo application that's been out there for a while. It's been really popular. You've probably seen it all around the internet, a lot of people uploading photos via Instagram. So Instagram is an application that is a free app. So first off, it is a free application for iPhone and iPod Touch. I'm guessing the new iPad 2 will probably have this integrated, since it has a camera now. Instagram is a photo sharing application, so you can take photos, add some filters, and share it out instantly to the social networks of your choice, Facebook, Twitter. The reason it's so popular, it's really simple to take a picture, add a nice effect, and instantly put it out there for your friends to view and stuff like that. So going into the actual application, you get a feed here, and you can see, I tried to upload a picture earlier, but it failed because I think my 3G went out. But you can also go here and click the popular and see what's popular within the timeline here. So I'm going to go ahead and click this, and it's going to show you the user. It's going to show you where he's from. I know you guys may not be able to see that. It says Jakarta, Indonesia. And we're going to let the photo app, or the photo, go ahead and load here. And I just want to lower the brightness a little bit so you guys can see this better on the camera here. Right, so this is a photo, and you can see it has a little effect to it. Not only that, it shows you how many likes there are. And let me just get the camera to focus here. How many likes there are right there. And it also allows you to see comments from other users, and it allows you to comment and like it as well. Now, there has been one problem in the past. There used to be one major con was people were allowed to take pictures with any camera. If they took a picture with their DSLR and upload it to Instagram, so that their high quality picture would be in the popular, even though it wasn't taken with an iPhone or iPod Touch. And you can just go through here and look at other people's photos. It shows you how long ago it was uploaded, and you can just really see the whole community commenting here, and you can from there share it to different social networks. You also have a news feed here, and this is general news for the application developers. And you have a profile page. I'm at Kid Guru on Instagram. You can find friends, invite friends, view your photos. Another cool thing is you have privacy. So if you who are worried about privacy, you can enable that. So it's required that somebody has to follow you before they can, look at your photos. So that's one pro. Okay, going into the actual picture here, I'm gonna go ahead and right now I'm sitting. This is a canvas right behind my iPhone. You still have your touch to focus here, so your tap to focus is still available. I'm gonna go ahead and take. Let me see, for something around the room, I can take a picture of here. I'm gonna go ahead and set my iPod, this iPod just randomly right here, and I'm not gonna really accentuate it that nicely, but I'm just gonna focus on something here and go ahead and snap the picture, and it's gonna prepare the image here. And from there, you actually have these effects to add to it. So I can hit this X Pro 2, kind of add this, you can see the outlines are looking a little bit different here. So I'm going to go ahead and go, let's see. They don't have that many effects, but they have some popular ones. So this one makes it look Nashville, kind of looks old style, kind of vintage look. You can see there, and 1977 look. So really vintage there, really old school. So that's the popular thing about Instagram. And then from there, I can just hit next. And then they can say what this photo is, where the photo was taken, and from here again you can configure all these social networks from Twitter, Flickr, Facebook, Tumblr, Foursquare to share your photo to. It's that simple, guys. You can also go here to view your camera roll, I believe. So you can go into your camera roll and select a photo from there. And yeah, so this is Instagram, guys. You can also adjust the flash and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say all the pros, go over the pros for Instagram. So pro-wise, it is a free app, and it is easy to share to social networking. It's easy to share your photos out there to multiple social networks as I just showed you. And it's a pretty simple interface, and it's a great community to share photos with. Majorly, the only con was that whole con of people were complaining about how some people would, put images on their iPhone from stuff they took into the DSLR or something, go into their camera roll and upload it, and it would, kind of get popular because of the quality and all of that. That's, I guess, something that you can't really stop because people can put, regardless, they can put any photo on their, on their iPhone or iPod Touch, but for the most part, most of the photos you'll see are actually taken from the iPod and iPhone. Just a really great mobile photo application to have. So what's the overall verdict? I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's nearly a perfect photography app, guys. Really simple to use, and it's just easy to share out there. So, if you want it's much better than, the natural camera application the native app, I should say, because once you take a picture, you can easily share it out there with your friends, and, that's what a lot of people want to do nowadays. They want to share out their photos they take in everyday life and, add these great filters to it and stuff like that to make the picture a little bit more better. Alright, so this is Instagram, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, let's go into our second app review on the iPhone here. So going back to the home screen, this one is a game, and a very popular game, and it's called Mega Jump. It is also a free game in the App Store. They have an add-on for OpenFate, and you can buy extra stuff for add-ons and stuff like that. But basically, Mega Jump is one of those addicting games that you can just keep on playing forever and ever. You have an account, like I said, you can sign in if you want, and you can have their social integration at the bottom there. So once I hit play, basically this takes advantage of your accelerometer and your iPhone. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the dock real quick so you can see this. I'm going to go ahead and hit play here. You're basically this character, and you can buy different characters or switch different characters. They don't all cost money here, but I'm going to go ahead and turn down the audio. And from here, you just kind of jump left or right and try to not fall, obviously, because once you pass your screen goes past whatever's below, you can't go back down or else you'll die, obviously. So you collect coins and these little power-ups like the fireball, which allows you to, I'm sorry, I'm sure there's a glare there, which allows you to get boosts and stuff like that. I'm sorry, the network keeps on disconnecting here. Go ahead and resume. And see, those coins are bad coins, so basically, you just try to reach as high as you can. There's a certain point where if you hit a number of points that you pass the level, and from there on you just go on for bonus points. And there's a lot of different add-ons. You can actually get upgrades, so you can get different power-ups and stuff like that. All of them don't cost money. They can cost what they call points, and you get points from getting these stars and such like that throughout the game. So, Mega Jump, really, really addicting game, as you can see here, and again, a lot of power-ups and just a really frustrating game if you get like super high in level and then you die out. And again, it's free in the App Store, iPod Touch and iPhone. Really, nothing, I haven't seen any big, flaws or cons in the actual application. It's really a great game, other than, I wish they had and there you go, I died there. I don't even have a huge high score here, so you can see there it has your high score. I got to 113,000. It also shows you the height you're at. Great game if you want to compete with friends. And again, you can go into the store and here and look at different, you can buy different characters. You can see here. and you can buy different power-ups and stars, and unlock also. You can get wallpapers, so you unlock a couple things along the way, and there's benefits if you use stuff like the open faint gameplay. Really, the only con, I missed that whole thing. You know, if you get switched out of the app or somebody calls, you can go back in, but the only problem is when you resume, you don't get that kind of 3, 2, 1 countdown when you go in, like most games like Tap Revolution, stuff like that. Because this is one of those games where you really have to be on the edge, so that would be a nice feature to have when upon resuming. You know, like a 2-second, 3-second countdown, so you're prepared to start playing again. For the most part, it's really, you know, it takes well advantage of the the accelerometer. It doesn't really, you know, there's not really much jitters or anything like that. For the most part, it goes just fine. I haven't really seen any problems with that. And really, the biggest pro to this game is just really addicting. For a free app, you can just keep on playing this, trying to beat your friend's high score, trying to get to the final stage, trying to get new power-ups, collect new stuff, all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of different ways to play the game, and just really one of those addicting games that you should get on your iPhone or iPod Touch. So, for the gaming category, this is again going to get a 4.5 out of 5. You know, there is some drawbacks, as you have to buy certain stuff and stuff like that to try and get some money. But again, you know, the developers do need to make money, so I can't blame them for that. So again, both apps, Instagram and MegaJump, both worthy of the download for free applications. For iPhone and iPad, or iPhone and iPod Touch. You can get them on the iPad, but they're not really, you know, there's no set version for the iPad as of yet, but you can play them with it 2 times and stuff like that if you want to play it on a bigger screen. With that, guys, we're going to go ahead and head over to the iPad reviews, and we're going to go take a look at some applications over there. Alright, hey guys, we are here, and we're going to be taking a look at the iPad application. So now we have the outer camera set up here, so we're going to have a dual camera angle type thing. But okay, we're going to go into the iPad. I got 2 apps for you guys today. One is, I believe they're both, actually, sorry, these are both paid apps. So these are paid apps from the App Store. And so let me adjust the camera angle here on my iPhone so you guys can see that well. Let me focus that so you guys can see that. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at, first off, Sketchbook for the iPad. Sketchbook is, this is Sketchbook Pro, I should say. And I believe this is $4 if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct there? I have Josh on the line here with me doing the show, or helping me out editing the show here. And what this is a painting or drawing app, I should say. And let me open up the options here so you guys can see that and move the camera up, or the iPhone up. Josh, can you verify the price for me here? I'm not sure. I think it was $7.99. There you go. So yeah, never mind. This is the price one. $4.99 was the GarageBand. That's the one I just bought before the show. But anyways, this is Sketchbook. I've had this for a while now. I actually got this one, the first app somebody recommended to me when I got the iPad, just because it really is a great. Now I'm no artist here. You can see my tree, but it's just one of those really awesome apps because people can really do amazing stuff with this. They've done you know, self-portraits and stuff like that. So just taking a look at the top menu here as I focus in here, you have this button called Gallery, which will obviously take you back to your gallery of photo apps, and you can simply, hang on, let me take that, go back to that menu here. You can go to your gallery and you can save, or you know, don't save a picture if you want that. Sorry, I don't want to keep on moving the iPhone camera around here. Just trying to focus on this menu here. You can add certain stuff up here. You get information. These are your undo. That's your undo button, your forward button. You have multiple painting tools here. So if I was to click this, you get a whole scheme of options here. And I'm going to go ahead and move the tripod. Sorry. Move the tripod down here. Sorry about that. Again, sorry, a lot of shakiness on the iPhone camera. Do apologize. Alright, so going back here, you have your tool palette. From your tool palette, you can do a couple of things. As I move the iPad a little bit closer so you can see this. You can select multiple tools here. You can select a pencil, spray, kind of like a spray can, highlighter, different number of pencils here. You can have these little splash markers here, a thin pen, an eraser, all this crazy amount of stuff. From there, you can go along and look at the color scale and look at the width of the line, so you can make the radius of your line and the opacity of your line. You know, change the transparency and all that sort of stuff. So once you select your color, you can just simply tap to draw, and you can see here as I scroll around, it's really what do you call that? It's not sensitive. Sensitive is not the word I'm looking for. How should I say? I guess the screen it doesn't really have a pressure sensor, you know, in terms of. But if you do color a little bit, put more force on the iPad, it does have a virtual type of what they call pressure sensor, and that's like when you, like on a tablet, when you draw harder or something like that, you get that darker line, or how you would do with a pencil or something. For in terms of multi-touch, it doesn't have multi-touch capabilities in terms of drawing. You can, however, zoom out with using multi-touch and stuff like that. You have a little button here you can hit to access your brush properties and that sort of stuff. You also have what they call layers, so you can look at the layers here, and you can, from there, just like Photoshop, mess with the opacity and stuff like that, and you can add multiple layers to a photo, so it can get really, really, what do you call that, detailed and stuff like that. You also have the free transform, so you can kind of rotate your picture. You can see I'm rotating my tree. I can turn my tree upside down if I want to. So there's my tree, it's upside down. And from there you can crop it and all that sort of stuff. So it's really a huge, in-depth drawing application. This isn't like your simple paint. This is probably more, what do you call that, complex than Microsoft Paint. You can do, different type of lines here. You can do, see, I'm doing a spray can right now. This is a really cool symmetrical tool. So let me use a different color here. Go into my brush and use the pen tool, and what happens here is when I draw, you can see how, I guess you can kind of see that. Again, let me adjust the iPhone. When I draw, it does kind of like a mirrored effect. It draws on both sides, even though I'm only drawing on one side. So you can do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Obviously, this just looks like a bunch of scribble scrabble, but if you're an artist or anything like that, this really takes your iPad and allows for great content creation. That's one of the big things that a lot of people complain. The iPad is a great, media consumption device by all means, but there isn't a lot of content creating apps. This is surely one of them. So pro-wise, great app, has a lot of tools, tons and tons of tools. You have your transparencies, you have your layers, you have your pen tools, your highlighters, your symmetrical tools. You have all the stuff to mess with in terms of brush properties and stuff like that. So it's really, really a great app in terms of drawing, and it has all the tools you probably need to make a great picture. Other than that, it's kind of pricey. That's the only con, I guess, that would kind of keep people away from buying it. But trust me, if you are really artistic and you really just want to make great pictures and stuff like that with your iPad and really test out the whole, drawing with the touch with your finger and stuff like that. This works with styluses as well. Definitely worth the $7.99 that it's priced at. Alright guys, so this is Sketchbook Pro for the iPad, and do check it out. It's in the App Store, and we'll leave a link to that in the video description. Alright guys, and now we're going to look at our next app, GarageBand. Sorry for the little transition there, you probably saw in the editing. There was some technical difficulties, and that I mean me not plugging my iPhone into the charger, so now we have it plugged in here. And if you're watching the video edition, you can see we have the outer view now, so I'm going to be using this kind of overcast, and you can see how I'm recording the actual thing here. And we're going to be looking at GarageBand. So GarageBand is another paid application. Is $4.99 currently the App Store. I got this one just recently. It came out with iOS 4.3. It's mainly for the iPad 2, which incorporates the new A4 processor, dual core. Or is it A4 or is it A5 now? I think it's maybe A5 actually. Anyways, this is the new dual core processor that's in the iPad, and it really takes advantage of that. It is available for your original iPad users if you do want to get GarageBand like myself. It is still $4.99, but you just get a little bit of dimmed down features just because this can't handle the processing power and all that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open GarageBand, and I'm going to take it off the dock here and go ahead and show you guys this. And I'm recording this screen with the iPhone 4 here, so sorry. Do excuse me if I have to kind of tilt it around on the tripod here. Okay, so here is a sample song they give you with the GarageBand. So GarageBand for the iPad is actually really fully featured, really awesome instruments. They have a lot of instruments you can play around with, smart instruments if you have no idea how to play instruments like myself, or they actually have some chords and real instruments you can actually play through. You can also hook up your guitar to the iPad and kind of use it as an amp and record into that. Along with that, you can sync it back to your MacBook or your Mac, whatever Mac you have, and work on it on your GarageBand on OS 10. So with that, here's a demo just to show you what they include here on the iPad. This is something they have recorded themselves, and you can hear the vocals, the instruments, all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play here so you guys can hear it. Alright, and enough of that. Alright, so it has that cool fade out effect there. Really awesome stuff. You can adjust with audio levels. You can, so I'm going to get this in the shot here. You can see mix with the amplifications of the tracks and the echo levels. all of that stuff. So really, a really fully featured audio type editor. So along with that, you can go into, and accidentally, there you go, I'm muting the actual, I should actually flip this over so I don't accidentally hit that mute button again. And turn back the volume, go back to my songs here, and show you guys just some of the smart instruments. For example here, this is the smart drums, and if you have no idea how to play the drums, like myself, again, you can do this little kind of like a synthesizer or like a tenorion type thing where you can just drag instruments around. So I'm going to hit play here and activate the instruments here. So you can see you have this little thing here where it says loud and stuff like that. And you can start playing the instruments. Let me power this on. Sorry, I forgot to power it on. Alright, and power on. And I can just move instruments around. So if I want the snare drums to be louder and I want the tambourine to be, or the snare to be quieter, the tambourine to be louder, I can do that. I can put the kick over here with on the complex. Yeah, I can move a whole bunch of stuff, or I can just take it all up to the top and make it really loud. And make a little kind of continuous beat here and make a little song. And along with that, some of the other instruments they feature here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back out here. They have the smart drums. They have the smart bass. And I forgot to go back all the way left here. The regular drums. Guitar amp, like I mentioned. The vocal or audio recorder. The sampler. This just allows you to record a sound and play it with the on-screen music keyboard. Smart drums, like I just showed, smart bass, smart keyboard, smart guitar, and the regular keyboard. So this regular keyboard just features like a regular, you can select here between grand pianos, electric keyboards, all that sort of stuff, and you can just play. And the only thing I really know to play on a piano is actually, let me see if I can do this with one hand here without knocking over the canvas thing I'm using as a white screen in the back. Alright, so if you guys are viewing this on the iPhone thing, so let me see if I can play something. Okay, I can't do it, but anyways, that is the opening to the Rugrats theme song. That's the only thing I remembered, because it's an old show. But anyways, here you can mix around with different stuff for your keyboards, and I really don't know what all this stuff means music-wise, because I am not a musician. You can mess with your scales here, that I do know what it is. You can run an aggregator. Again, it shows you your chords here, like C, C3, C4, or I guess it's not called chords, notes on the piano. With that, you can also go into a view that shows you the audio tracks, so like there, like we were looking at earlier, if you're familiar to that view. And you can do a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to go into every instrument here, but you can adjust volumes and stuff like that. Really awesome content creation device. Again, it's only $4, really worth it. If you like, playing with musical apps on your iPad and creating music, and you have a Mac to kind of sync back with your GarageBand, I highly recommend you check this out. This is going to be the one that really gets a 5 out of 5 in my book in terms of a music app, because you get a whole bunch of instruments. Not only that, you can plug in real instruments, and if you don't know how to play an instrument, you can use a smart instrument. This is a really awesome app by Apple, in my opinion, and it's a great adaptation of GarageBand for a mobile device. And the iPad screen suits it well. I really haven't had, even without this isn't the iPad 2, but I haven't really seen any like lag or any glitches or any errors within GarageBand. It's a really awesome app, and I'm sure it's even greater on the iPad too. And again, this lastly, I'm just going to switch to a guitar here to show you how that looks. So, let's see here. That's smart guitar. I want to go to an actual guitar here. Where's the actual guitar? I guess it was. It's only the smart guitar they have. Let me go here. And you can see here you get your chords and your frets. You can just let that load. And I get to play a beautiful song for you guys. So. And yeah. You can serenade with the iPad. So there you go. That's the guitar. There's a lot of different applications, or not applications, instruments, like I said, that you can check out within the actual application itself. So with that, guys, that concludes our app review for the iPad, and that is actually the end of the show here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out here again. Hope you guys really enjoyed the show. This is my iPad. I have my iPhone 4 dock here. I'm gonna be recording with that. I'm gonna stop the recording on that actually. All right, so I'm gonna be glad to bring you guys reviews every week on different applications. Sometimes it may be 2 apps, sometimes it may be 3 apps. We're testing around with the how long we want the podcast to be, so you guys stay interested. Like I said, every week we're gonna have an episode out. Hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna try to move camera angles, get some new equipment to make the production better. And yeah, again, feedback, email us at digitaldojos@gmail.com. Comments below on what you guys want to see. And do check out our iTunes, check us out on iTunes if you want to subscribe via iTunes to get us on your iPods, iPads, whatever it may be. Alright guys, so with that concludes the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Appitizer. And with that guys, we will see you guys next episode.